Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. In this game, we'll see the Detroit Pistons going up against the Chicago Bulls. Hi, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan. Alongside tonight, Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy, with Allie LaForce reporting from the sideline. And here we can check out the story for Nikola Vucevic.
And the biggest takeaway when you look at his numbers is how good his three-point shooting's been the past 5 games. He's finding the open spots on the perimeter, and when he's getting good looks, boy, he is not missing.
Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. White on the wing along with Okoro. Buzelis out there with Vucevic, and it's Jones in at point. And for the Pistons, Holland is out there with Thompson. Then there's Isaiah Stewart. Then it's Cade Cunningham. And it's Robinson in at the shooting guard. Two great rebounding teams in this one, Stan. It may come down to grit and determination.
Yeah, Kevin, we're going to see some aggressive putbacks, battles for loose balls. It's going to become a test of strength, positioning, and just all-out hustle.
Here's Holland. A three-pointer, no good. Pass to Okoro. Jones sets the pick for Okoro. Misses the three. And so it's Cunningham with it. He brings it up for the Detroit Pistons. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
Well, in that one, they just had everything working offensively. It's a lot of fun when you get into that kind of a groove.
Yeah, and for a coach, seeing your schemes clicking like that is very rewarding.
Okoro shot is off. Detroit's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Pass to Cunningham. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson.
Well, the physicality of the NBA takes some getting used to, but Cunningham is able to make those tough finishes.
Now the Bulls with it. Now Okoro. Jones looking for an opening. Vucevic, a screen on Cunningham. And the basket by Jones.
And good to get him going early. That shot should give him some confidence.
Yeah, it's always nice to see him drop in a triple early in the game. That'll set him up for success the rest of the way.
Now, here's Stewart. Uses the glass to finish the lane.
Well, let me tell you, coaches notice hustle plays like that from Stewart. That I can guarantee.
Vucevic, a screen on Robinson. Wide open. He fires. And a miss there on the triple.
Yeah, they're still looking for some cohesion offensively.
Robinson misses.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Beyond the arc. Out to White. Pass to Okoro. Just 5 on the clock. Jones for 3. A shot missing. Cunningham with some nice D. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. And they double up Cunningham.
Well, that's the kind of assertive play you want to see more of from Cunningham.
Bulls trail by 3. Pass to Okoro. Vucevic setting the pick for Okoro. And Vucevic with the basket on the assist from Okoro.
Well, offensively, that's what you want to get. Vucevic from point-blank range.
And so, it's Detroit with it. It's a victory here for the home team last time these guys met.
Yeah, really ratcheted up the pressure in their last matchup, getting steals and just creating havoc defensively.
Well, when you can turn defense into offense like that, it certainly makes the game a lot easier.
And it's Jones with the ball for the Chicago Bulls. They trail by 3. Okoro kicks to White. Here's Buzelis. That 3 off the mark. 4 to Detroit, they've gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. And now we're being joined by our 2K insider, Shams Charania, who's calling in with a good story. Shams, what do you have?
Well, there was a bit of uncertainty over the summer about whether the Bulls would stick with Billy Donovan or not. He also received some interest from the Knicks, but that was cleared up when the organization chose to extend him on a multi-year deal. It cements his role with the team as they continue to build. Guys, the Bulls have committed to Billy Donovan for the long haul.
He knows his stuff. Hey, Shams, thank you very much. Cunningham looking around. Pass to Holland. Back to Cunningham. Robinson on the wing. To the middle. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Holland. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Bulls trail by 3. White, left side. The shot goes in. First of the night. He's 1 for 3 to start the game.
Far from just a perimeter threat, White is quite adept at finding scoring opportunities inside.
And here is Robinson. 9 points last game. Pass to Cunningham. Over Jones. Cunningham's shot is off.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Here's Buzelis. Here's the 3. Good on the 3-point shot. White's got his second bucket of the night.
And I like how White shot it with confidence. He's reliable beyond the arc.
Cunningham outside. Back to Robinson. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Robinson's got 5.
Good job of stepping up to the plate there, seizing back the momentum for his team.
Yeah, plenty of lead changes in this game. It's gone back and forth.
Now, here's Okoro. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Thompson outside, and he drives in, shoots over White, and Thompson gets it to go.
An explosive player. Thompson has serious leaping ability, and that comes in handy around the basket.
Here's Jones. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production. And Billy Donovan wants a timeout. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. Bulls making a switch here. Williams has checked in. Let's check out the Eastern Conference standings now that we're in the new year. You look at Detroit. They're looking extremely sharp right now, poised in the top spot and playing very well. And, of course, the Bulls, 10 games behind.
Checking out Chicago. They had much bigger things in mind when the season started. They didn't think of themselves as a middle-of-the-road club, but right now, that's where they are.
Yeah, they wanted to accomplish more this season, but things haven't quite worked out. Some bad breaks along the way.
Detroit leading by 3. Thompson surveying the floor. Cunningham against Jones. Shot clock at 6. Cunningham passes to Thompson. Up again. Great positioning on the putback. And the Pistons lead by 5.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He was just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Jones kicks to Okoro. Pass to Williams. Williams sets a screen for White. The kick out to Williams. And again, unable to change momentum here. The Pistons have gone 8 of 15 from the field, shooting above 50% here tonight. Cunningham outside. Plays it up and banks it in. And it's a 7-point Piston lead.
Well, with the size that Cunningham has, he is a real handful inside.
And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for Chicago. Outside Williams. Okoro passes to Jones. And again, Chicago. No good. And it's Detroit's ball. Pass to Stewart. Stewart with the screen on Jones. Back to Stewart from past the arc. A three-pointer is right on target. Stewart's got 5 points so far.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
And Billy Donovan wants a timeout. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. For Detroit, Paul Reed comes in for Holland, and Karis LeVert subbed in for Thompson. Kevin Herter, he's checked in for the Bulls. Dosunmu comes in for Trey Jones. Bulls trail by 10. White finds Williams. Vucevic a screen on Stewart. Trying to get something going, and slam dunk by Vucevic.
After setting a strong screen, the ball goes to Vucevic, and he makes a play.
Pistons leading by 8. A model of consistency stand for many years, Vucevic.
Yeah, look, Vucevic has been scoring, rebounding, and passing at a high level really since he's come into this league. One of the most skilled big men in the league and sort of a model for the next guys that have come around.
Now here's White. Really had troubles in that loss to Boston. Clock at 6. Reed against Vucevic. Over Reed. Detroit with the rebound.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
And it's time for an injury report.
Hey guys, I got an update from the head athletic trainer of the Bulls. He let me know that it's a strained hip, which causes plenty of soreness and shooting pain in that area. As we get into the season, injuries becoming more common. In this case, he's been given the green light to keep playing. He'll just have to be more careful moving forward. Guys?
Kelly, thanks as always. And of course, you never like to see any kind of injury.
It's interesting. Even with the advancements in strength and conditioning, injuries continue to impact the game.
Well, this is a high-impact sport, and the league continues to get bigger and faster.
Here's White, following the three by Detroit. To the paint, here's Vucevic, and slam dunk by Vucevic.
Can't be too surprised by this. Vucevic got the room, and he went to work.
Here is Cunningham. 29 points for him last game against New York.
And it was not a one-man show. That was the best part. He had just as good a game with his passing as he did with his scoring.
Now Herter, following the three-point attempt by Cade Cunningham. Outside Williams. Vucevic against Reed. It's White on the wing. 5 on the clock. Pass to Vucevic. No good with the triple. And here are the Pistons now. They're on a 15-6 run. Here's LeVert. And the layup falls. And the Pistons lead by 9.
And got to push LeVert out of that area because he's very comfortable looking to score from there.
There's 1:17 left to play in the first. Outside Williams. Pass to Vucevic. Here's Herter. LeVert defending. Williams for 3. And so it's Cunningham with it. He brings it up for the Pistons. Stewart up top. Back to Cunningham. That's in, and that's his 4th basket of the night. He's taken 7 shots, a solid 57%.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
Yeah, it's not difficult to figure out why they built this lead. They have been dominant in the paint.
Bulls trail by 11. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Herter finds White. Ring shot on the way. Jump shot is good. White's got 7.
Yeah, that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Now, here's Cunningham. 8 points for him. LeVert in the corner. And it's off from three-point range. And so it's Cade Cunningham making things happen for the Detroit Pistons. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. Back right after this. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Pistons.
Well, the way they've been attacking inside is phenomenal. Consistently getting high percentage looks, and that's what great offenses are all about.
And in addition, the three-point shooting has been dialed in tonight. They seem poised for a big game from deep.
Taking a look at the Bulls, Patrick Williams is out there with Smith. Then there's Dosunmu. Then it's Kevin Herter. And it's Carter in at point guard. Now here's Jenkins. It's another look. They kick it out to Green. They get it back. Three-pointer, LeVert. And that one is off. Bulls trail by 9. Pass to Dosunmu. Back to Carter. And around a minute gone here in the second quarter. The Bulls need to get a shot off. And here's Herter outside. Pistons leading by 9. Now here's LeVert. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Reed a screen on Carter. The Pistons keeping it alive, a new 14. 6 to shoot. Here's LeVert. Here's Reed. And the dunk by Reed.
And buckets like that have been hard to come by. Not the most exciting game. Both sides look way off in terms of their shooting.
Yeah, the score is also the result of quality defense. These teams are almost doing more on that end.
Here's Herter, following the bucket by the Pistons. Pass to Dosunmu. Down low, Smith. And Smith with the stuff.
Yeah, keep it simple. Get Smith the ball near the rim. Good things will happen.
The Pistons shooting 47%, pretty solid. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Reed dishes to Jenkins. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Levert from outside. Chicago grabs the miss. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with Boston.
And really, I thought what was the difference in that game, offensive rebound or the lack thereof, a lot of one-and-dones in that game.
Yeah, they weren't as aggressive on the offensive glass, and that really made a difference in the game.
Now, here's Levert. The Pistons need to get off a shot here. Reed misses. Bulls trail by 9. Greg, the Pistons had some decisions to make this summer, with some of their veterans hitting free agency.
And with Cade Cunningham making All-NBA and earning that raise, a tighter squeeze financially, not easy to keep a high-performing team together.
Well, for Herter, this is his role. Make triples, space out the defense.
And so the timeout here by J.B. Bickerstaff. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. For Chicago, Okoro, he's checked in for Kevin Herter. White comes in for Dosunmu, and Jones subbed in for Carter. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Thompson, a screen on Jones. Cunningham kicks to Holland. Again, the miss by the Pistons. And it's Jones with the ball for Chicago. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. White the pass to Smith. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooters.
Pistons leading by 3. Cunningham outside. They could use a bucket, and the layup is good. Cunningham's got 10 points in the game.
Yep, and that's a confidence builder for Cunningham. Good to see him getting it done inside.
Now Jones. He's coming off a 10-point game against Boston. Smith kicks to Jones. And they call an illegal screen here. And now let's bring up the 2K leaderboard to see which teams over the last month have been best at scoring points off turnovers. In fourth, the Pistons.
They're taking advantage of every mistake that their opponents are making. I mean, they're really converting points off those turnovers.
Stewart's checked in for Detroit. Bruce Ellis is checked in for Chicago. Here's LeVert. From down in the low post, it goes. LeVert's got his second basket of the night.
Yeah, you can see the defense broke down there, allowing him to get all the way to the hoop.
It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, the Pistons are improving on both ends, but particularly on defense. Cade Cunningham said, everybody is stepping up on that end and taking the challenge to guard. We have a good system that allows us all to play our strengths. We're still hungry, though. We're not satisfied at all. Kevin, back to you.
More to prove. Okay, Allie, we thank you for the report.
And when it comes to getting up and down the floor, Thompson has few peers.
Jones with it. Inside. That one's good, and the Piston lead is cut to just 7 on the basket from Smith.
Well, after a silent first quarter, this is who they needed him to be. This is why you never count a guy out.
And, well, Detroit shooting 31% in the second. Some poor shot selection for them in this quarter. Cunningham for 3. Score the basket. It's number 6 for him this game. 6 for 9, 67% shooting.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Here's Buzelis. 26 points for him last game against Boston.
Well, you also love the aggressiveness. Getting himself to the line made a big difference.
Nice ball movement by Detroit. Here's Stewart. Score the basket. His 4th. He's only missed 1 of his 5 shots tonight. And communication is so crucial to winning basketball. Coach, teams that can get on the same page quickly, they clearly have an edge, right?
Oh, absolutely. I don't know that there's anything other than effort, maybe, that is more important to good defense than communication. The only way teams can be on the same page on how you want to cover certain situations is with great talk. It's got to be early, it's got to be loud, and it's got to be repeated.
Now, here's Stewart. Back to Cunningham. Just 5 to shoot. With the drive. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation.
A moment here to look at some numbers for Thompson. Averaging about 11 points, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists. Fantastic totals for him across the board. I wouldn't be surprised if he keeps rolling.
Yeah, and make no mistake, we're watching a special guy here, and his numbers only tell a fraction of the story.
Duncan Robinson, he's checked in for Karis LeVert. And the Bulls making a change also. Vucevic is checked in. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. An efficient score, Kobe White effective with or Greg without the ball in his hands.
And that's a rare quality. A guard who can break you down off the bounce, but also willing to give it up and then zip to an open spot. It just makes him so difficult to defend.
He's off on the first. So, stand after an up-and-down start to his career, Kobe White is now a proven scoring threat.
He sure as heck is, Kevin, and it's because of 2 things in my mind. Great confidence and great energy every single night. So he's always running and moving, which gets him space and time to shoot the ball. And when he gets that space and time, he has great confidence to let it fly.
And the dunk by Stewart.
They just won't miss. I mean, this is incredible.
Well, as a coach, this is when you enjoy what you're watching. Your team playing well and everything just flowing.
And it's the Bulls with the ball. After the basket by Detroit. And another miss by Chicago.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive. Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Absolutely. They're playing their game and executing at a real high level. Everything is is working for him right now.
Basket counts. White's got 10 points in the game.
Well, to me, White is at his best going downhill in attack mode.
And so it's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for Detroit. Outside, Robinson. Hollins kicks to Thompson. Robinson for three. Rebounded by Vucevic. Bulls trail by 13. Over in the corner, White. Vucevic's screen on Robinson. White with another miss.
He hasn't been at his best this quarter. I'd like to see him be a little more patient.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And Greg, while they need more star talent, the Bulls have had only one top 5 pick in the last 17 seasons.
Yeah, it's like being on the treadmill of mediocrity, right? When that's the case, you've got to outperform your draft position. They've had some good picks in that time, but really no all-stars.
And he makes the first. And this young Pistons team, GA, you and I love them, building around toughness.
Yeah, offensively, attacking the paint, defensively, where they are engaged. And they'll send you to the foul line quite a bit, but that's a product of that hard-nosed style.
He's perfect from the line this time. And Greg, the Bulls have said they're leaning towards building with depth, saying that star teams are more vulnerable to injuries.
Well, they don't yet have a bona fide big-time star on this roster, so if you ask me, that might be a case of sour grapes.
And here are the Pistons. They're on a 17-5 run. Pass to Robinson. This one for three. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Robinson's got 8 points.
Well, this is Robinson at his best. He can really do damage off the catch.
On the wing, Jones, covered by Cunningham. High post, Vucevic. Over Stewart. And again, Chicago, no good. To the inside. To the middle. Here's Thompson. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It goes on Isaac Okoro.
Well, in terms of pure talent, Asar Thompson has loads of it. I don't know if he has a ceiling.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. Greg, in the middle of a season like this, what possible road bumps could teams run into?
Well, I think it's important that players not fall into that trap of looking too far ahead, right? This is when it's important for a team to stay focused and be in the moment. These are the dog days of the season.
You look at the Pistons stand, statistically pretty solid across the board.
Yeah, they're well balanced. They have guys with size, athleticism, skill. You got to give a lot of credit to the front office and these players for their hard work.
Now here's Jones. Pass to Buzelis. It's White on the wing. Sinks the three-pointer. White's got 13.
Well, he shoots a high volume of threes. White not picky where he takes them from.
Here's Cunningham. He's got 13. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Jones kicks to White. Buzelis sets a screen for White. No good from outside. Pistons leading by 16. Outside, Robinson. Pass to Cunningham. Robinson a screen on Jones. Back to Robinson. No good on the triple.
Yeah, not his best night in terms of shot selection. Lucky for him, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Here's Vucevic, and slam dunk by Vucevic.
and that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Yeah, but also credit the offense there. That's making a play when you really need it, and they need more of that.
Here's Thompson. After the Bulls picking up a basket just moments ago. Stewart misses.
Well, so far, he hasn't had the same luck from deep in this quarter.
Pass to Buzelis. Now Vucevic. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's the Detroit Pistons with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. Their defense has been terrific in this game. And we'll be right back after this.
Greetings, Shaq, Kenny, and EJ here as we tip off the show with a look at our mid-season Eastern Conference standings.
Taking a look here now at Detroit, there are some high expectations coming into the season, and they can create a lot of pressure on a team. But they said, we can handle it, and they're proving it.
Yeah, they've got the character and the talent to be a top team in the league.
And now, how about those first 2 quarters of play? Just a dominating performance for the Detroit Pistons.
It's not just about taking a shot. It's about taking the right shot. They've made a lot of good decisions out there.
Sometimes you just have a great night. Here in the studio, that's, I guess, every night, huh, Shaq?
I would agree, my brother.
And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back to Kevin Harlan and the crew for the second half.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Cade Cunningham really making a difference here.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, he's found his spots, been patient with his shot selection, and it's paid off for himself and the team.
Bulls trail by 14. We've got Cade Cunningham, Isaiah Stewart out there with Holland. Then it's Duncan Robinson, and it's Thompson in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group for Detroit right now. And the basket by Jones.
Well, it's a work in progress from outside the arc. Good to see Jones knocking it down there.
And the shot goes in. Stewart's got 14 points.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities. You may have had too much time to think about it.
Here's Robinson, and it's White with the rebound. And here's White. He'll bring it up for the Bulls. It's a 13-point game. Banked in off the glass. He's got 15.
And when Kobe White has a groove going like this, it's trouble. His energy can be infectious out there.
Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Cunningham up top, defended by Jones. And Robinson wide open, he shoots. Good, and the assist goes to Cunningham. Cunningham's got his 5th assist in this one. Bulls trail by 14. And here's White, 15 points in the game. Pass to Buzelis. Shot clock at 6. Now Jones fires from way outside. Robinson pulls it in. Cunningham against Jones. Here's Holland. Count it. And the Pistons lead by 16.
They've got the offense clicking. 3 for 4 to start the half and looking confident.
Pass to Okoro. Back to Jones. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Now here's White for the three. Holland with the rebound. Holland's got his 6th rebound on the night. Cunningham outside. Vucevic against Stewart. Robinson passes to Stewart. And the dunk by Stewart.
And Stewart is showing his scoring prowess. A guy who can bully you inside, but also space you out on the perimeter.
Bulls trail by 18. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
And Billy Donovan wants a timeout. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. With a break in the action, let's take a peek at the real stats, real scores from the real NBA and the top rebounding teams in the league this season. In the third spot, the Pistons.
You know, it's not necessarily a glamour stat, but make no mistake, their top-notch board work has been a huge key to their success.
Now here's Jones. He's got 6. Outside, White. And the Bulls with another miss.
Well, he hit a couple of threes in the first half, but none since then.
Inside, here's Holland. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson. Holland's got 10 points in the game.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Vucevic setting the pick for Jones. To stop the run. And again, no good by Chicago. Detroit leading by 20. Cunningham on the wing. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Clock at 6. Robinson left side. From outside, off the mark. Bulls trail by 20. Left side, Jones. There's the drive. He gets it in there. He's got 8.
You can see the smarts Jones has with the ball.
And so it's Cunningham with it. He brings it up for Detroit. Robinson kicks to Cunningham. Over Jones. Again, the Pistons score.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Thank you. There's a lot to consider with NBA expansion, and Commissioner Silver said, quote, "What does that mean for talent? I feel great about where the talent is right now in the league, but those players have to come from somewhere. How does it work geographically? What will it mean for growing the game?" These are all good questions. Guys, back to you.
Okay, Allie, as always, we appreciate the update. Here's Thompson. After the made shot from Nikola Vucevic, Thompson. Chicago grabs the miss. Vucevic has got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Jones kicks to Vucevic. Pass to Okoro. Jones for three. Connects from three-point range. Jones has got 8 points in the quarter.
Well, something changed for him at halftime. He's been more solid on the offensive end.
Outside for Robinson. Hit the putback. And Vucevic pulls it down. Bulls trail by 15. Here's White. The shot's good on the assist by Vucevic. Vucevic has got his 3rd assist on the night. Cunningham outside. Over Jones. Pass to Robinson. No good. They had a chance to end the run there.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's going to be able to shoot his way out of this one or not.
And the Pistons combining veteran shooting stand with their young core. And it's been a winning recipe.
Yeah, they've given Cade Cunningham room to operate, along with Jalen Duren and Asar Thompson. So much athleticism to attack that newfound space.
Pistons leading by 11. Here's Holland. Outside Robinson. Here's Holland. He's got 10. A three-pointer off the mark. Now here's White. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits. White's got 21.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Detroit has gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the 3rd. Outside Robinson. Pass to Cunningham. Clock at 4. Over Jones. And that one's on target from the wing. Cunningham's got 4 this quarter.
Big night for Cunningham. This is why he went first overall. Cade can take over a game.
And Billy Donovan wants a timeout. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. Check in for Cade Cunningham. Ayo Dosunmu is checked in for the Bulls. Here's Chicago. They're on a 13-4 run right now. Jones kicks to Vucevic. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Vucevic has got 13.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Pass to Jenkins. Outside Robinson. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Bulls trail by 8. Over in the corner, Dosunmu. Now Okoro. Now Buzelis. Hasn't made one yet. Sinks that one from the post.
Yeah, this offense is rolling. They've been assertive, but they're also playing under control.
Yeah, you know, I like how they're not relying on just one guy to get it done. They're sharing the ball and keeping the defense guessing.
Now here's Jones. 11 points in the game. Fires the three. It's hauled in by Stewart. Stewart's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Thompson outside. Stewart, a screen for Thompson. Pass to Stewart. Outside Robinson. Detroit, no good that time either.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Yeah, and sometimes guys just start pressing. The best thing for him is to just slow it down and concentrate on solid shot selection.
The shot, no good. Good D by Thompson. And it's Thompson with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Pistons. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Here's Holland. He's got 10. They set the pick. Robinson for 3, and the 3 ball is good. Robinson's got 6 here in this quarter.
Well, after dropping in 2 triples in the first half, he's now matched that mark here in the second half, and I wouldn't be surprised to see more of those.
Now here's Dosunmu. He has yet to score. On the basket by Jones.
And really, the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
Jenkins the pass to Holland. And it's Chicago with the rebound.
And well, he's going to have some explaining to do on the sideline about why he took that shot.
Yeah, you know, back in the day, you'd be taking a seat. Now, unfortunately, it seems like we see too many ill-advised shots.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
And so the timeout here by J.B. Bickerstaff. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. Pistons, an entirely new group now out there. And the Bulls will go for a different look here. Smith checked in for Vucevic. Williams comes in for Buzelis. Kevin Herter, he's checked in for Okoro. And it's White in for Trey Jones. .133 left in the third. Cunningham with it. He's got 17. And here's Levert. Jones kicks to Cunningham. 6 on the shot clock. Fires from the wing. A nice shot by Reed. And the Pistons lead by 5.
This is why you run offense through Cunningham. He's a creator.
104 left to play in the third. Cunningham against White. Williams sets a screen for White. Pass to Williams. Shot clock at 5. Off target from three-point range.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
And Green gets it to go.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Bulls trail by 7. And White kicks to Smith. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. The Pistons shooting 48% from the field as a team in this third quarter. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Now here's LeVert. 6 to shoot. Here's Cunningham. Beats the shot clock but can't get it to fall. And so it's Detroit bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. We come back right after this. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this was?
Yeah, that's great decision making and one that embodies a team-first mindset.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. So for Chicago right now, Jalen Smith is out there with Williams. Then it's Kevin Huerter. Then it's Kobe White. And it's Dosunmu in at the shooting guard position. Fires for three. And it's Reed pulling it down.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Here's LeVert. That's in, coming off the assist from Cunningham. Cunningham's got his 8th assist in the game.
What a great play. Totally schooled the defender on that one.
And so White will bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. They trail by 9 points. Pass to Huerter. Back to White. Now Dosunmu. 5 to shoot. Lets it go from 14. And it's in there.
Well, if Huerter can't shoot it from outside, he can easily adjust to that mid-range area.
Now Cunningham. And it's good. That bucket takes him to 9 for 14.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. Pass to Smith. Now Huerter. Here's Dosunmu. And then Smith with the dunk.
And he might be small for a center, but boy, can he jump out of the building.
Pistons leading by 7. Cunningham with it. Pass to Reed. Now Ivy. They kick it out to Green. Offline with his 3. Bulls trail by 7. And here's Smith. And here's White. Huerter passes to White. No good on the 3. The Pistons have gone 2 of 4 from the field since they started the final quarter of play. Here's Ivy. They kick it out to Green. Off target with his 3.
Even though it hasn't been his best game, they're still up, and that's what's important.
Smith with a screen on Cunningham. White. His 3-pointers off the mark.
Well, he's trying to shoot his way out of it from distance, but look, he's got to find something easier.
Cunningham on the wing. White covering. Cunningham inside. White on. Cunningham gets the bucket. Cunningham's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And the defense was all over him, but Cunningham shows some toughness inside.
For 3, Smith. And it's Reed pulling it down. He's got his 8th rebound here tonight. In the corner, Ivy with it. And that's out of bounds. Detroit will retain possession. And J.B. Bickerstaff is called a timeout. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear, and immediately. The Pistons making a change here. Stewart's checked in, and Chicago also making a switch. Buzelis is checked in, and now Allie LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
J.B. Bickerstaff had some words for his team over the break. Coach asked his team, can anyone knock down a three? Reminding them three-point shooting will open up the floor, make things easier in the half-court offense. Everyone loves making threes. Missing? Not so much. Guys?
All right, Allie, thanks. Cunningham gets the bucket. Cunningham's got 6 in the quarter.
Well, yeah, that's why he was the #1 pick back in 2021. Cunningham showing there that he can dominate games.
Here's White. Pass to Herter. Hits it from three-point range.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc. Well, that's a great pass. He has the timing and rhythm of a metronome.
And so White will bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. It's a 10-point game. Pass to Herter. Smith with a screen on Green. To the paint. Nice shot by Smith. And 11 points for Smith.
Listen, yes, Jalen Smith can make a triple, but at his core, he's at his best down low.
Now, here's Stewart. Takes it off the glass. And the Pistons lead by 10.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
Now here's Herter. Launches it. And it's Reed pulling it out. Reed's got 9 rebounds now tonight. To Cunningham. Off target from outside.
Well, so far in the second half, he hasn't been able to get another three to fall.
Here's White. And the 3 off target. Pistons leading by 10. LeVert kicks to Green. Pass to Cunningham. LeVert with a wide open look. That 3 off the mark.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
Here's Smith. The tray. It's good from long range. Smith's got it back down to within single digits for the Bulls.
Well, that's his first 3 here in the second half. Gotta think he'd like a few more of those.
Bounce pass LeVert. Reed the pass to Green. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Here's Stewart. Again the miss by the Pistons. Bulls trail by 7. Over in the corner, White. To Dosunmu, down to 5 on the shot clock.
and he's been a force on the glass all game long.
No doubt how much those boards impact the overall outcome. You can't give them extra chances.
Now, here's Cunningham. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Cunningham's got 25 points in the game.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Smith sets the pick for White. Smith outside. Fires the three. It's Cunningham with the rebound. Cunningham's got his 4th rebound in this one.
And they have built their advantage on the scoreboard here by doing all the little things.
Now, here is Reed. Pass to Cunningham. Over White. And out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession. For the Pistons, Holland, he's checked in for Reed. Thompson comes in for Javonte Green. And it's Duncan Robinson in for LeVert. Chicago also making some changes. Vucevic checked in for Smith. Okoro comes in for Kevin Huerter. And Jones subbed in for Dosunmu. Outside, White. Pass to Buzelis. And White kicks to Jones. And here's Vucevic, guarded by Stewart. Low block shot, and it's blocked.
Well, Stewart understands his role is to protect the rim, and he does a great job of it.
And now let's take a look again at that incredible rejection.
Sharp instincts on D there. Just timing when to rise up and swat that one away.
Four on the clock. It's good, and the Piston lead is cut down now to just 7 on the bucket from Jones.
What a difference a half can make. As much as he struggled in the first 2 quarters, he certainly made up for it with his play in the second half.
Pistons have gone 7 of 15 from the floor here in the 4th, right around 46-47%. Pass to Holland, 3-pointer, rebound by the Bulls. Here's White, and White slams it in.
Well, at first, White shows the burst, then the control off the drive.
Pistons leading by 5. Cunningham outside. Over Jones. And again, it's the Pistons missing.
And they get the rebound, but guys, that's been the issue throughout the game.
Shot clock at 6. Puts up a 3. Cleared away by Stewart. Pistons leading by 5. Thompson right side. Here's the 3. Vucevic pulls it down. The Bulls shooting from the field, 44%, not bad. Takes it from 10. Count the basket.
Those are some veteran instincts there by Vooch, knowing the situation and giving his team needed points.
Now here's Thompson. Now Cunningham. And that one is good.
Big time points from Cunningham. Good to see him stepping up in these moments.
Here's Vucevic. Oh, what a use of the baby hook.
Look at that shot. Vucevic not afraid to carry the weight, so to speak, in a tough situation. The team knows they can rely on him.
Now here's Cunningham. Thompson outside. Green from outside.
Well, maybe not the shot they were looking for there, but the defense gave it to him, and he knocked it down.
They trail by 6. We've got 1:23 left here in the 4th quarter. Vucevic, rebounded by Thompson.
Well, the defense was right where they needed to be to stop the layup. Great awareness and effort.
Now Robinson. Here's Thompson. Stewart is screen. Takes the 3. Vucevic pulls it down.
transition time for them.
It's not going to be easy now. They're going to need just about everything to go right from this point on.
And just running the offense, White's that new breed of combo guard who can do a little bit.
Oh, look at that. Well, no shaking this from Stewart in the big moment there.
And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team. White. Outside, Jones. Vucevic.
Good. Big Vooch with a big bucket. That is clutch.
We can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, I think you want to milk your possession.
It drops. And that is an important shot. Cunningham understands how to come up big for his team.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. 23 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What do you think we're going to see coming out of this timeout?
An uphill climb. They need everything to break their way.
Well, I'm sure they'll run a play they believe in. If it works, I say try for the steal, and if you don't get it, immediate foul.
Here's Jones. Knocks down the three.
That is world class.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief.
And you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
And now they decide to foul intentionally. He drops the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And so he drops them both. It's a 4-point ball game.
And that'll just about do it. Coming through at the line in a big spot.
Jones outside. And the three misses. And so the big win by Detroit in a tight game. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get away from them late.
Yeah, I mean, they faced some challenges, but really held firm when they needed to. On both ends, and just effective in terms of coming away with this win.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. And for all of us here at the table, Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony and our terrific sideline reporter, Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us tonight. And as we leave you, let's take a look at our player of the game, Cade Cunningham.